And now, Freelance Heroism presents Dragon Heist.
Hey everybody, welcome to Freelance Heroism. I thankfully am Nate and not Dees.
And I'm Rachel.
And before we start this 20-minute Dees shit-talking session that's about to begin here, we'd just like to take a moment to thank all of the people that support Freelance Heroism via our Patreon, especially those that donate at the producer tier. And Rachel now is going to tell you all about who they are.
Yes. So we want to say thank you to Duncan, Nate, that sounds familiar, Breakmeister, Rebecca, Orient_Tiger, and Chris Stones. Thank you so much, you guys.
Yes, thank you for everything, especially that Nate guy who is super cool. So much more super cool than Dees ever would be.
True.
Yeah, so Dees, woke me up just a little while ago and was like, hey, I forgot to pay my electricity bill, so I don't have power now. And now apparently he lost power for no apparent reason, like you do. And so he was like, hey, can you fill in for me on the intro? And I'm like, what? You want me to sit here and shit talk you without your ability to defend yourself? Yeah. Yeah, we can do that. As a matter of fact, I think we've got some things all kind of queued up and ready to go, do we not?
Well, so I know that he told you that, oh, my power went out, so I can't do the intro. But actually, because he and I do the intro every week typically, so he actually told me the real reason why he can't do the intro. So I just wanted to go over it, just so everyone knows, what Dees was busy with today, rather than doing the intro.
So the power thing is just nothing but a ruse?
It is, yeah. Ooh. He likes to lie just for fun. So.
Okay. Well, I have noticed a lot about that. Yeah, that is true.
So what he's actually doing today, he said the first thing he has to do is organize his flannels by Kevin Smith film era.
Okay.
That was on the top of his list.
That was on the top of his list. Right.
I mean, his wardrobe is, I think, like 45% flannels.
It's only 45? What, did he downsize?
Well, I think a lot of it, like, the fiber content of a lot of his clothes is just like tobacco smoke, so that actually makes up like a pretty big percentage.
Yeah. See, I figured he would have organized his flannels by the amount of tar content built up, but that's or by the amount of 5 hour spillage there's been, with his. I guess there's a couple of ways he could do it. Actually, I guess it does make sense that his wardrobe is 45% flannel, because it would be 45% flannel shirts and then 50% jeans, and then like the 5% that's left over would be like the one pair of underwear he probably
owns. Probably.
Yeah.
So that was the first thing on his list.
Okay.
The next thing he had to do, he said, was stand in a mirror and practice his finger gun snaps. Which, is like when you snap your fingers and then you do like the finger guns.
It's like the Fonzie thing. It's like, hey.
Yeah.
He's known for doing that. He loves to do that in emoji form too.
He does.
And it's like the lamest goddamn thing I've ever seen. It's like, dude, seriously, you need to just grow up. You need to. You're never gonna be cool with the finger bang thing, and you're really never going to be cool trying to do it in emoji form. You might as well. Just like have pictures of cats and stuff. Just stop. It's so pathetic. It's so sad.
Pictures of cats are actually really cool. So
yeah.
I don't know.
Well, that's why I'm trying to. He needs to. Well, I mean, I don't know. He needs to update. He needs to update his. It's just he's. It's like he's stuck in 1956 or something. I'm surprised he doesn't like put Brill cream in his hair and walk around try and punch jukeboxes to make them play music.
I don't know. I've heard he can get pretty punchy if he drinks, so he probably has punched a jukebox in his past.
Yeah, that it's probably true. I'm sure. I don't know. I would say I would come up with a list of things that Dees has punched, but the list of things he hasn't punched would probably be shorter.
Yeah, that's true. I heard that's why he's banned from Applebee's. Actually, is because he went around and he punched all of their jukeboxes.
Oh, I thought it was just because he kept trying to rub his junk on everybody's dinner or something. But because he's got a bad habit of doing that too. We all know.
The other thing that he had to do is clear his weekly cigarette order with the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. Because he orders so many cigarettes every week that it actually, like, there's some sort of automatic alert that goes through, and it's just a lot of, bureaucratic red tape, and he has to sign forms and stuff. Yeah, so
they got to clear customs.
Takes a while. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they have to clear customs because he doesn't order them by the box or the carton or anything like that. No. He, those shipping containers that you see like at the dock. He's just got one of those parked in his front yard right next to the house.
His personal one.
Yeah, that's why I got to go run and get cigarettes. That's what he's doing. He's going outside so he can unlock the shipping container and go inside. Actually, he's got one of those warehouses. Like in the scene in Indiana Jones when they're putting away the Ark and there's just nothing. Yeah, it's just that. He's got to go all the way to the back to get to the good stuff.
Yeah. So that takes him a while, especially like on a Sunday, because then, whoever has to deal with him, because we're recording this on a Sunday.
Yeah.
That poor person has to like come into work on a Sunday and deal with Deese, who's grouchy over his cigarettes.
I don't like dealing with Deese on a Wednesday, much less a Sunday.
And the final thing that Deese said he had to do today, rather than record intro, was just stand outside and yell at children. And really, he just does that for fun. That's just like, like a fun personal hobby that he does.
He does that every day, though. I figured he would at least be able to work that later in the day in his schedule.
No, see, he needs
chain smoking and eating burritos and,
Well, but the kids are only outside during certain times of the day. So that's when he has to go outside to yell at them. So
I
really,
they
dictate that schedule.
I thought he broke into people's houses and just went in their bedrooms and yelled at them. That sounds like something he would do. It's like the reverse tooth fairy. Oh, I don't know. I like Deese. He's a unique fellow. He's the only person I know whose clothing, whose wardrobe and bed is the same thing. Because we have established that he does live in a nest made of flannel and cigarette butts. That's
true. Yeah, I think he like shreds the cigarette butts though, so they make like a little sort of like nesting, like softer material kind of thing.
And they're more absorbent that way too. To as he oozes whatever it is that he oozes, and it's not charm. Trust me, that it is definitely not charm in any way, shape, or form.
5 hour.
It probably is 5. It's just excess B vitamins and and I don't know. Judging by the way he talks, probably poop. Who knows?
Oh no.
Yeah. He's see, call me old, you son of a bitch.
And I do want to point out, Deese did ask Nate to cover for him on this intro, so
he did. He asked for this.
He knew what would happen.
You knew what you were signing up for. And I know what he's going to say, too. He's going to go, oh, God, you and Ray, you're so lame. Your put-downs are so lame. I can do so much better than you. Well, you know what? Fuck you. You should have gotten on here. Pay your damn electricity bill, you bastard. This is Rachel and I's, like, therapy session between what she has to deal with on the editing and what I have to deal with on the stream. This is how we get out our frustration.
That's true.
So are you enjoying your new year so far?
Well, it's all of my 2022 has been at home, which is really nice.
Yeah.
So in that aspect, it's been good. Although I had an issue with my minis the other day, and I had to fix it. I started using a spray paint primer. No one is going to care about this. What I'm going to talk about anyway. I started using a spray paint primer, but it's really cold here.
Right.
So the other day when I tried to, I was like, maybe if I just run outside and spray them real quick and then go back in, it'll be okay. It was not. And it was not okay. The paint froze in the nozzle, and now I can't use my spray paint anymore.
Oh no.
So, that was on New Year's Day, so nothing was open, and the rest of this week is going to be cold or wet or cold and wet, which is not ideal to go outside and spray paint. So I took out my old brush-on primer, which takes forever to apply, and I brushed I did brush on primer to a bunch of minis, which just ate up a lot of my time, and it's
Right.
like such a hassle. And then you have to wait. I wait like 24 hours to make sure it's completely dry. Whereas when you spray paint something, you can wait like not very much time at all and then start painting them. But
Right.
that was a lot of what I did yesterday. It was just brushing primer on my minis.
Yeah, and you know what? Yet still more interesting and more useful than anything Deese has ever done in his entire life. So, no, I for a while, and I haven't done it. Probably my 3D printer has been sitting idle for a while, but for a while I was printing out miniatures and buildings and stuff and getting into painting, and the spray paint primer is really nice, and it's not cheap either. So to lose a whole can due to a freeze is kind of a bummer. So yeah. Well, I still remain on what Deese likes to refer to as super secret vacation, although I always tell everybody when I'm going on vacation. And yet, for whatever reason, anybody in my family is like, are you going to work next week? No, I've told you 17 times I'm on vacation next week. And then they get all mad and bent out of shape about it. And I'm like, look, it's not my fault that your memory sucks. It's just, I'm on vacation. So although, vacation for me is, I'm just going to saddle you with stuff that isn't work. Okay, well, that's great. But my wife is agreeing with me in the other room. But yeah, I don't know. I need to break up my 3D printer and get it back up and running so I can start printing some stuff again. And I don't know, maybe print a statue of Deese. Although I don't know, I gotta see if I can fine tune it well enough to get just the right sort of pattern to show up so that it looks like flannel, and so that the cigarettes are really tiny, so I got to make sure that they're stable enough so that they don't break.
Well, no, instead of like printing a cigarette, you just print it with like a little hole in its mouth, and then you just pop a real cigarette in there.
Oh, I didn't think about that. That's a good idea. Wow. I got to figure out if there's, I'm pretty sure someone online, how you can buy perfume and cologne and stuff online. I have to see if someone's bottled like loneliness and depression in a scent. I don't think Calvin Klein makes that, but it would really kind of drive home the point to make sure that it smells appropriate. It's a combination of...
I think Deese is more anger than depression.
Well, that's true. Anger, cigarette smoke, queso. What else? What else do we know for a fact? Whatever flavor 5 Hour Energy he's taken, which I don't know. I assume he has to. Do you think he's like a berry person, or I don't even know what?
Do you think that he smokes a lot. Do you think he can actually taste the difference between them?
Probably not at all. It probably all just tastes like cardboard. That would be my. I'm trying to see what flavor. Okay, so there's berry, there's citrus lime, he's a pomegranate. No, I take it back. No, he's a pink lemonade guy. He's got to be a pink lemonade guy. We've got berry, citrus lime, grape, pomegranate, orange, pink lemonade, and then there are the extra strains. I don't. He can't be pounding extra strains. Although that could explain why the other day he was like, "Oh my god, I accidentally took 2 of them back to back."
Oh,
and
that's right.
He thought his heart was going to explode. And I'm like, I don't know if it's the 5 hours. It's probably all the nicotine and cheeseburgers.
Could be.
But could be a little bit of both. I don't know. Deese, are you happy your power went out yet? I'm just wondering.
Well, it has been about 15 minutes of us making fun of Deese at this point. So
wow, already? God, time flies when you're having
fun. So we can go ahead and go to this week's Dragon Heist episode. I was dying laughing editing this. This is episode 40, Fold Under Pressure.
Sounds good. That's what Deese's flannel shirts do. They only fold under pressure. They're so caked in with nicotine. You have to. It's like folding a piece of cardboard.
But how do you fold them, Nate?
He probably just folds them into like just squares. Actually, he doesn't. They have enough shape. He can just kind of crush them up, and that's what he makes his nest out of.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Enjoy the episode.
All right.
We love you, Deese.
Bye.
I won't even make potions tonight. I'm going to spend all of my time trying to figure out what was done to my tools.
Okay. While he does that, Rayne will go up and check his portion of the house to see if anything's moved, changed, gone.
All right.
Adri's checking her floor.
Yeah. So AJ left upstairs sooner than Rayne did.
My tubes. Sorry.
You go down there and they're all tied in knots.
Oh no.
My ding danglers and zing zanglers.
I'll be right back.
All right, go for it.
They've all been cut hot dog wise. So
Hot dog
they're
wise?
completely useless. Like
Hot dog wise.
like when you fold a piece of paper hot dog instead of hamburger, so they're cut like.
What the fuck are we
long-wise.
talking about right now? You need
Wow.
Take a second. Explain what?
You cut it long ways.
Yeah.
Cut the tubes long ways instead of.
You cut them hot dog.
You cut with the flow of the river, not across the river.
Yeah.
What? Cut them hot dog?
Yes.
Cut them hot dog.
When you're a kid and like
No
your
one has
teacher-
ever said that sentence
and
in
your
my
teacher
presence.
tells you to fold a piece of paper a hot dog, you fold it like
No.
so it's
Dude, that is
long,
some Texas
or you
shit.
fold
Long
a
ways.
hamburger.
Fold it long ways. What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh God.
I'm sorry. Can you fold that piece of paper hot dog? I'm like, lady, are you on drugs?
Are we talking foot long or 6?
I'm sorry. Can you fold that paper hot dog for me? Congressman, if you could fold that bill hot dog for me.
At least now we know why Texas keeps trying to recount votes.
You fold a hamburger.
Rachel, if I didn't know you were one of the smarter people I know, that would have been the dumbest thing ever. But I know you're smart, so this is a weird situation I'm in.
That's how they said it when I was like in
I had
elementary school.
Okay, at least
I had
now
an
we know how
ex-girlfriend-
Texas voting went. They folded it hot dog instead of hamburger.
That's right. You fold it a hot dog if you want one president, and then you fold it hamburger if you want the other one.
If you pizza when you should have French fried, you're gonna have a bad time. So stupid. I had an ex-girlfriend one time who asked me if a T-Rex ate bread. If dinosaurs ate bread. And I was like, what?
What the fuck?
I was like, yeah, they just couldn't. I had a hard time getting out of the oven with those little hands. I used to tell her the wrong song lyrics all the time, so she'd sing it in public weird. She's like, what are the lyrics to that song? I'm like, oh, it's like, and I just give her a bunch of lyrics that sounded right. And then she'd be singing it in the car. And I'd be like, this is hysterical. She's going to just get these baked in as the actual lyrics. And then one day she's going to be singing this in front of other people. And they're going to be like, what the hell is wrong with you? It's like a time bomb.
All right.
Hot dog and hamburger. Go figure.
So Adria reaches her room.
Mhm.
In your choice. You want to give me a perception roll, give me an investigation, or whatever.
Investigation.
Rachel, do you want to roll that hamburger for me?
That doesn't make any sense, Deez.
I can't believe you just said that to me. That doesn't make any sense.
That's going to be a 20 total.
Oh, jeez. All right. You notice your bed's been disturbed. Your papers have been disturbed.
My papers.
And your tools have been disturbed.
Who? I have so many sets of tools.
They folded out my paper's hot dog.
Adria is proficient in like a ridiculous amount of things. So I have like various different types of tools that are all scattered around, but in an order that makes sense to me.
She's a hot dog folding protractor.
I'm going to start going through and seeing if anything is missing or if it's just been kind of moved around.
It seems like there's a paper and writing utensil missing from your desk.
It's weird.
You find the writing utensil in your bed.
What?
Hey, yo.
And you eventually find a slip of paper folded up neatly in your tools.
I'm going to open it and read it.
It reads, "Only a fucking moron would think I'm guilty."
Victor. It's my stupid little brother.
He used his pet name for me. Fucking moron. And he folded a hot dog. Rachel, what do you call it when you fold it sideways? Like angle to angle.
We didn't get to that.
Oh. Okay. You're gonna fold
Too
a pizza.
advanced.
You're gonna fold a pizza.
You should
Hold on. Nate,
Sorry.
Nate, you were gone for this whole thing. So Jesus Christ, please introduce a novelty for me.
Okay.
Oh, you know, he's from Texas. He can explain this shit.
No. Stop. I don't want any outside influence. I need this in isolation. Nate,
Okay.
if I were to tell you to fold a piece of paper hot dog.
Fold a piece of paper hot dog.
Fold a piece of paper hot dog, Nate.
wise.
No, that's not what you said. Fold a... Okay, hot dog wise, whatever. That's going to clean it up.
Okay.
What does that mean?
I would, having never heard that phrase before in my life, my first assumption would be to roll it up in a tube.
Hot dog. Hot dog.
Hot dog.
Ladies and gentlemen, hot dog.
No.
Thank you, Nate.
Oh my god.
Now, let's say if I were to ask you after you folded your paper hot dog incorrectly, I was like, fine, folded hamburger. Right? Look at your brain right now. Fucking, it's like you know when we have MSI Afterburner up, it's all hundreds.
Yeah.
All hundreds right now. Thinking about how the fuck folded hamburger.
That's
Nate.
how they taught it when I was in school.
Okay, first off, it should be folded taco. You're
So
in the South.
okay.
If you're already the Southwest already.
Okay. So now hearing that little bit of snippet, I'm
Which
going
snippet?
to
Which
assume
snippet?
just the way that she was taught in school.
Right.
That would lead me to believe that to fold a piece of paper hot dog would mean to fold it in half long way so that it looked like the hot dog bun.
Right.
To fold it hamburger would be to fold it in fourths, like a square, like a Wendy's hamburger. That's the only thing I can come up with. No.
No.
Okay.
Right. Like a little, like a McDouble.
But you're closer than we were.
You would fold it once hamburger wise. You just fold it like so.
Hamburger.
Like,
Hamburger
like
is to
this
fold it
way
on.
would be
That's
hot
dog, right?
and then this way would be hamburger.
Okay,
Another
the hot
way
dog thing I
for
get.
people who are not ridiculous.
Can you fold it
would
pizza?
be
Can you fold it
vertically,
pizza?
horizontally?
Look, it's how they taught it to us when I was like a little kid in school. I thought that's how everyone was taught it.
Knowing the
All right,
context that it
everybody,
was. Knowing the
everybody, go ahead
context.
and fold your. I'm sorry. Everybody, fold your papers baked ziti for me, please.
Look, all I'm saying is that now that I understand that this is something that Rachel was taught in school in Texas when she was in the 11th grade, I now understand. It's all right.
Great.
Oh God, it's so good. Oh, I've never heard that before, and
I've never have either.
Makes it feel so much better that when you said folded hot dog, you said roll it up like a tube, because that makes total sense to me.
Well, it doesn't, because it's not a fold; it's a roll. So,
Okay, people listening to this episode right now,
God.
I don't know when this is going to happen.
it's all
I'm
getting
cutting
Racheled
all
out. So,
of
what do you
this.
care?
in the comments of this episode.
This
Right?
will not be
On
in the
Facebook.
episode. I'm
On
cutting
Facebook,
all
please.
of this.
Please, in the comments, just tell me, have you ever heard folded hot dog, folded hamburger? And if you have, I'm not going to be mad at you. I just think that your state sucks. I just think that your state fucking sucks. And you guys should get less congressional representation.
No, it's wrong. They should get more because they need the help.
No, they don't get more of a say over the rest of us, horizontal and fucking vertical. I'm going to yield the rest of my time to the senator from Texas. If you would all pass forward if you could all fold them hot dog for me, thank you.
Fold your ballots, hot dog.
Fold your ballots, hot dog, please. And
No. See, those are illegal ballots because they've been folded hamburger.
you can't.
Now, see, if Trump had said something like that, everybody wouldn't have given a shit because it would have been perfectly within character for him to do, fold him hot dog. Gotta fold him hot dog.
Giuliani knows. god. You guys ever heard of that? You guys have ever heard of folded hot dog? I just want to take a second to say a millionaires and billionaires are folding everything hamburger, but clearly it should be folded a hot dog. Everybody knows that. It's always been a thing. Folded hot dog, please. Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry. That was, you have to understand, for you, that's totally normal. It's a normal thing to say. For anyone who's never heard that before, that is the crazy folded hot dog.
I thought that was taught to literally everyone who went to school, like in kindergarten, when they told you to fold your paper.
You ever heard crisscross applesauce? That's the weirdest thing I can think of.
That I've heard of.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. When I was in elementary school and kindergarten, I was just, teachers were telling kids not to shove crayons up their nose and don't piss their pants on the playground. So
I was just smoking Mad Doobs and listening to the Allman Brothers. That's just, I just lay out on my Trans Am when I was.
Was that your 14th year in kindergarten?
Yeah. Just a lot of denim on denim for me back in elementary school. Okay.
All right.
Hi, my name is Nathan, and I'm going to hell. Hi, Nathan.
You bucket first class too?
Shit, I'm the fucking pilot.
They're gonna draw and quarter you hot dog, bro.
They're gonna fold your hamburger.
You said they're gonna draw and quarter me hot dog. I'm like, they're putting the rope where?
Yeah, that's what they did at the end of Braveheart. You don't remember?
Yeah.
Okay. Back to the game.
All right.
What the hell are we doing now? Oh yeah, I think we were going upstairs.
So I found a note from my brother.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Does it say anything else?
It says he took some money to hold him over.
Where is he going?
How do I put this? He goes to where Dad gets away. Is where he left the note saying on the note.
Chuck E. Cheese.
There's a cutaway scene to Victor with a stick with the little handkerchief tied around the end of it with all his stuff in it. He's walking down a road.
He's doing the end of the Hulk.
Yeah, that's exactly where I was going to go. It was the music playing from the end of the Hulk. He's got his little thumb stuck out. So a little horse-drawn carriage drives by. And he flips them off as they pass him. Little bastard.
Well, that's cool that someone wrote you a letter. No one wrote me a letter.
Maybe they wrote it in your tools.
What?
Maybe there's a letter.
Is that another elementary school saying?
Your tools.
Check your tool for a message.
Nate, you were going to look at your stuff too, right?
That was the plan, yeah.
Yes. So Rayne also heads upstairs. By the time you get up there, you see Adri's going through her stuff. Nooks and crannies, checking every little thing. A little frustrated because someone's moved half her tools around, getting into things. You got your room, right?
Yes, I do.
All right. As you go through, you can tell someone's been in there. The lock has been jimmied on the door.
Okay.
But you're go ahead and give me a roll or perception or investigation, whatever you want to do.
Oh boy, let me see one of these things I don't suck at. Oh, it'd be all of them. I guess. Because I am a rogue,
you can insight the room to see how it feels.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's the feng shui like in my room right now? Do I need to purge some things?
The chakra of your room needs to be.
Well, I'm more interested from a rogue-ish standpoint. Can I take a look at the lock and see how it was jimmied open? Was it somebody who knew what they were doing, or was it done by brute force? Or
that's a good plan.
What? Yeah, I know. Right. I actually had a good thought. I'm really surprised.
All right. It was picked.
So this was done by someone who knew what they were doing, as
Yeah,
opposed to
definitely
someone
knew their
who's
way around tools.
okay. So not like
No,
trying to
no, there was
jam
no damage to the thing, not jimming the lock or anything. They
Okay.
legitly just almost like they had a
Setting.
key,
Okay.
but didn't.
All right. Well, I guess I will. I guess I'll do a perception roll just as sort of the first right out of the gate. What do I see? That is a straight up 10.
That's the weird part. And you get in there and nothing's moved. It all just kind of seems where you left it.
Okay. I guess would I make an investigation check then to try and see if I can determine if that's it's also a straight up 10. I am totally average. I guess I mean I don't know if my investigation's not really going to tell me anything any different. I guess I'll at the very least maybe do what I'd normally do, go in, change clothes into something a little bit more evening wear, or not like pajamas or anything, but
In his
basically just like
smoking jacket.
into my smoking jacket and my Nehru jacket. Now I'd like to just get into something a little bit more comfortable, because I mean I've been in these clothes all day. Change something a little bit more comfortable and then go from there.
He comes downstairs in a French maid outfit.
All right.
Okay, guys, so what are we having for dinner?
But yeah, just change into kind of like my casual clothing, and maybe just take a seat on the bed.
All right. You change the clothing has been moved or anything. You sit on the bed. At this point, something kind of feels off.
Someone's replaced my mattress.
Actually,
Okay.
if you look down on the floor, you see your bed's actually just slightly off where it normally is. Because when you sat down, you sat down. You normally, you sit down on a spot. Your feet are normally go to one spot.
Yeah.
But it's like the room's just as like a slight angle from where you're normally sitting. And you look down, you can see actually on the floor with the mark on the floor where your bed normally sits versus
Has been moved
just slightly.
That's the move, man.
I will check under the bed.
You don't see anything there under the bed or anything moved or anything. Just
And there's nothing or no one under the bed.
no one under the bed.
That would be terrifying if you went to look under the bed and there was a guy going,
Hey, what's up? It's Victor. It's like, I'm pranking my sister. Shut up. Little bastard. All right. So my bed has been slightly moved. Well, I'm going to make an assumption that Goldilocks was not in my room. So I guess I will take that. If I see that, I'm going to specifically pay attention to other pieces of furniture in the room to see if anything else is slightly off.
Your poison kit. You took assassin, right?
I did.
I did. I knew it. I told it.
That's a sound. I'm kidding.
Son of a bitch.
The dog is like,
Yeah.
oh snap! Oh snap! It's poison kit.
Hang on. Let me go grab him.
Oh yeah, no, all good. All good.
Okay. All right. Yes, please focus.
Okay.
Sorry.
So Rayne,
Sorry.
your poison kit was messed with.
My poison kit was messed with.
His poison kit was messed with.
Okay. I was just making sure someone didn't want to, interject.
Mhm.
So my poison kit was messed with. Well, those bastards. When you say messed with, moved, something missing, to what degree has it been messed with?
You notice that some of your vials are more full than they were.
Okay, that's usually not how larceny works.
You see a couple of the vials have been there's more, I guess, poison in them than there was.
Yeah. Again, that's not how larceny works. I mean, that you're supposed to take these guys were awful at their job. But nothing's missing, so I have more than I started with. Presumably. Now, for all I know, they may have just replaced it with like Diet Shasta Orange or something. I was going to say to stick my finger in and taste it and see if it's changed, but that wouldn't be a good idea.
They replaced all your poisons with Mountain Dew Baja Blast.
Ooh, well, I mean, could have been worse. Could
It's
have been
fucked up, Adrian. You might drink that.
could have been like Mr. Pibb or Canada Dry tonic water. All right. So bed's been moved, and there's more poison, or there's more liquid in the vial. I'm pretty sure that I could determine as to whether or not the contents of the vial are what they are supposed to be in ways that would not kill me, being that I am an expert with poisons, or at least good enough to use them and not kill myself. Does that require a roll on my part, or is that just something I do because I'm naturally rogue? Okay.
Go ahead and give me an intelligence check. Or
give you an intelligence check. I can tell you I'm not intelligent. There's my check.
Well, I mean, you gain the ability to use poisons and not poison yourself as you use them.
Oh God, well then I'm a really shitty rogue. Okay, it's a straight up 12.
All right. Here's what bothers you about it. They're more potent than they were.
These are the worst.
Someone elevated them
ever. Were they trying to help me? Okay.
You do notice if you slip with one of these, Kavir may not be able to get to you in time.
So is it an effort to try and I mean, any rogue that's worth their weight in salt is going to be careful around their own equipment if they know what they're doing. So the fact that they're more potent, yeah, that could be in an effort for me to try and slip up and kill myself, but that seems like a long game to me to be playing. Okay. So if they're more potent, I'm going to take my poison kit and I'm going to hide it. I don't want it out in the open anywhere. Well, I don't know. Would I really kept it out in the open to begin with, though?
No,
okay.
They found it.
So they found it. All right. Then I will hide it in a different place. I will find a floorboard. I will remove it. I will put my poison kit under the floorboard, replace the floorboard. If that's something I can do.
Tough.
Yeah, that's fine. You can do that.
Okay. Yeah. I'll tell you what, I'm going to move the bed. I'm going to remove the floorboard that one of the leg posts would sit on. Place it underneath the floor there, replace the floorboard, put the bed back on top of that.
Okay. That works.
And then I'm going to go back downstairs and I'm going to check and see what Adri's found. Or if she's still
upstairs.
Cursing. Oh, she's okay.
Well, my floor is
oh, that's true.
Rayne's.
Right.
Okay, so yeah, okay, he goes back down one more floor. All right. She's not cursing anymore. She's kind of just sitting with a note.
So you've been visited as well, I see.
Yes. And I'll kind of hold up the note. Be like, my brother was here.
Would your brother have any reason to be messing around in my room?
I mean, he's really annoying.
Well, that doesn't really answer the question.
My stuff.
Okay, but well, then I'll just get to the point. Would he have any reason to be looking around for my poison kit?
No, he's more focused on magic. He doesn't really do the poison thing.
Okay.
Someone mess with your poison kit?
Yeah, and I'm really scratching my head as to what exactly their game is, because normally when, people break into your room, they tend to take things because that's kind of the whole point of robbing someone. But in this case, they decided to leave me a bonus. So
What did they leave you?
they left me more poison than I started out with.
Oh. That seems like the opposite of what you
My
would do
point
if you broke in.
exactly. Yeah, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. So either
if you leave a dead man under your pillow, the poison fairy will come and fill all the bottles.
That's what it was. It was the poison fairy. See, there was a simple explanation all along. No, but yeah, this is not how this is supposed to work. So either they're really, really bad at their job, or they've got something else in mind, and we need to keep an eye out. I hid it in a different place, and I guess we'll see what happens next. But just be careful if you notice anything out of place, although you're not feeling funny or anything, are you? I noticed you've touched a whole lot of things in your room.
No, the mess is from Victor going through my stuff.
All right. Well, just
it's a lot of controlled chaos, but I can tell that this isn't how it normally looks. Because Victor's messing with my stuff.
Would there be any way for? Would there be a way for me to tell? I'm kind of worried about poison being in places that I don't want it to be, or that someone may inadvertently come across and have something bad happen to them. Yes, you smile, you rat bastard. I know that was your whole point.
Let me just unmute real quick so I could be ready.
Yeah, I'm sitting here thinking that maybe now would be a good time to run downstairs and check on the good doctor.
They poisoned the water hole.
He's down there just licking all his tubes. These don't taste right.
Licking his tubes is something I never want to hear you say ever again.
Talk about DS969.
All right.
I'm fine with that.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm going to go downstairs worried about you fondling your tubes. Okay, how about that?
I want to go down there and see him handling tubes. You know what I'm saying?
He's going to handle them hot dog ways, then he's going to fold them hamburger.
Oh my god.
Oh, see, now you have to leave that in because he made the joke.
No, Yay! I don't.
That's what she said. She said he cut all your tubes, hot dog, and I was like, what?
Yeah, that's how it started.
That's how it started. Okay.
I said someone cut all your tubes, hot dog.
That sounds like. Oh my god!
Okay,
and from Rachel.
Okay, then I can understand why you were completely befuddled by that, because it had nothing to do with folding paper. She was talking about cutting tubes.
Dude, the only
hot dog style.
I don't know if I want to go there with you.
Shit that I would expect from an early Wu-Tang album, like one of the Torture riff tracks. Ooh. He go cut your two hot dog.
Oh god. But I'm going to run downstairs now, and I'm going to check on Mr. Kavir to make sure that he hasn't dropped dead.
I will go downstairs as well.
Okay. D-Bot, can I just illustrate what I'm doing?
Well, you are an artist, so.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so if you guys are going to just rush downstairs. Okay, I'm in the first floor basement down where all the tubes finally go to, down into the bottom. That's where my lab is set up, where all the chemical wall setup is. But I've got multiple sheets of paper in little metal dishes, almost like bedpans, right? Kind of laid around where I normally my potion brewing station is. And in each one of them is sort of like a strip of paper, a long one, about the length of the thing. And on it, I have leather gloves on. And I've placed one of my tools in each one of those things, and I'm just waiting for them to come done. I'm like, the ones on the left should be done first. Just stay away from them.
What are you doing?
Testing.
You didn't lick anything, did you?
Well, of course. No, I'm just kidding. You got to get the flavor as a baseline.
No.
I didn't lick anything.
The reason I ask is because my poison's been altered.
What do you mean altered? I can take a look at it for you if you want.
Well, I went ahead and re-hid the kit for right now. I'd rather keep it out of plain sight for the time being, but I can tell you with great certainty that, as odd as it may sound, someone decided to make my poisons more dangerous than they already were.
More dangerous.
They're much more potent.
Hmm.
And there's more of it.
Well,
They actually added instead of stole or taken away, which kind of doesn't really sit well with me, to be perfectly honest.
I'm assuming you make your own poisons, or do you find them? Do you buy them?
I imagine I would brew my own.
Would you mind if I took a look at it?
Yeah, let me run back upstairs, but we need to find a better hiding place because they found the first one.
Right.
And I'll head back upstairs and grab the kit.
Okay.
All right. Besides messing and cleaning with your tools, have you done anything else downstairs while they've been going through their stuff?
No, it takes a long time to prep this stuff.
Okay. No worries.
I haven't done any potions or anything. I skipped that for the night.
All right.
What are you testing for?
Different types of both poison, alchemical, solvents, different things like that. I want to know what exactly might have been done to it, or what type of cleaning was used to clean them. Though I suspect that if they were clean, they were tampered with for sure. But I did a test which is why I have all of these tools scattered about. They usually take a little while since I don't have a fully operational lab. I have sort of these makeshift bits and doodads. But I've been studying because on my character sheet I have my scientific mastery is alchemical.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a man of science in training.
Can I get a perception check from both of you?
Sure. 13.
All right.
Hold on, sorry.
All good.
19.
All right. You notice Kresk's breathing's because he's asleep now in the corner. You notice his breathing shifted. And not
Shifted
just
how?
like when someone hits sleep. It's actually getting more shallow than someone normally sleeping is.
I mean, we're in the basement, right?
Okay, then. Oh, okay, you're not up in the room. You're like down in your cellar.
No, but I mean, if we were down there, I was doing the testing, we might have come up to talk. It's not really a big enough space for 3 people, so we could justify it like that if you want.
Okay. So then, upon returning to the room, the main room, you realize his breathing is getting more and more shallow.
I'm going to yell for Adri to run down.
Right beside you.
Well, it's sort of like a medical panic kind of thing. I'm used
Okay.
to yelling to people on the battlefield. So, go over there and get me some of the small ones, the tubes, little ones.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to run over
tubes.
I'm going to run over to him. I'm going to tilt his body off the side of the bed so that his head's sort of hanging down. I'm just going to try to stretch his airway a little bit.
All right. He's mentally unresponsive.
Right. When I open his eyes, are they forward? Are they dilated? Medically, does he look like he has a chemical in him?
Yes.
Is this something that I would recognize as a poisoning, since we were just talking about poison?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Would I be able to tell? I could run a medicine check, I guess. Shit, I keep touching my mouse and not my trackpad on my laptop. I'm like, the screen's not scrolling. It's not scrolling, and we're losing him. Okay. 17.
With that, you notice a fever has set in place at a high fever. For some reason, he's not sweating though. You also notice that I don't want to say this. I mean, like, as hot as he is, it's extremely rare that he's not his body isn't trying to sweat it off. But and he's also kind of extremely limp.
Okay, I'm going to take some charcoal that you use for medicine to get people to vomit. I have it in little bars. It's a common medical kit tool to get people to throw up.
All right.
I'm going to grind that up with my hand. I'm just going to punch a bunch of it on the floor. I'm assuming AJ comes back with the tube.
Yes.
But by the time she's coming back with the tube, Nate is back downstairs with the his poison kit.
Yeah. And I walk in on this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use a little piece of a flat testing paper like I was using upstairs, some of the leftovers, scrape it up, put it into the tube. I'm going to be like, Rayne, hold his head. He's going to thrash about a bit.
What's going on?
Just hold his head.
I hold his head.
I'm going to take the tube and I'm going to stick it down his throat because his throat would probably swell up. I'm going to take that little piece of paper, put the funnel inside the end of that long tube, and I'm going to go and blow as much of this charcoal as I can straight down his throat. This should make him throw the fuck up. Even if he's nauseous or whatever, it should make him retch.
And he begins to go for it.
Oh, I was gonna cast guidance on Kavir to give him a D4 to his roll if he had to make a roll for this.
Well, he's unconscious and he's not moving around yet. So putting a tube down his throat, I don't think I need to roll a check. Right? I mean, I could if you want. Save that roll though.
What's the cantrip?
Okay. It's a D4.
We're not there where I need him to roll just yet. We'll see how far this gets before he needs to roll.
Okay. After I do that, I'm immediately going to pull the tube out super quick, roll him over onto his stomach.
He begins upchucking, but you could see it's involuntary to the body reacting to the charcoal. It's not stirring any kind of consciousness in him.
Right.
Is he sick?
The worst part, you're not actually seeing any. I mean, you're seeing some food come up, but eventually you're just getting stomach acid. It's no longer.
He's got dry heaves.
Yeah, he's in the dry heaves, and it's just
he's not sweating.
No.
Take it all. This is gonna sound gross, but I gotta save this guy. He's gonna take all of his clothes off immediately. I'm not even gonna attempt to unbutton or anything. I'm just gonna peel it off like it's a fucking orange, or like the skin of a rabbit. Just rip it right off. Use my strength check if I have to. I mean everything. I'm talking socks.
No, that's fine. Yeah.
Underwear, belt, everything.
All right. You got him stripped right now. Are you keeping his face out of his vomit?
I'm lifting him up.
Okay.
His hair. He was hanging off the edge of his bed, but
he doesn't have hair on his head.
Oh well, just hold his head up.
Okay.
That's actually a good thing because I was actually thinking we might have to wash his hair if they might have put poison in his hair, but all his clothes are off, so it might have been setting on his skin. We need to give him a quick brush down. I'm gonna grab a rag or something, get some water on it, scrub him as quick as I can.
Okay.
His body temp is actually beginning to elevate more. You can feel him getting hotter.
Shit.
Well, if I had been holding him, I would have noticed he's hot.
Oh yeah.
But I'm guessing I would have started giving the previous conversation I just had upstairs. Do I recognize these as signs of a poisoning?
You definitely recognize it as signs of a poisoning.
Would I know which one?
It's not what you had originally in your kit.
Okay, that's good to know. Would I know what it is, though?
Yes.
Could I make okay? Or what would I need to do to deduce that?
Give me a history check on poison.
History check on poison. That is a 20, 18 plus 2.
You know of a group down in Baldur's Gate that's worked with poison like this?
Right.
The Blades of M. They're not the nicest of people, and they're definitely they deal definitely with assassins and stuff in the sense, but um, it's something mimicking their style, but it's not precisely it's not precisely that, but it mimics that.
But it's a calculated enough guess that if I know what might be behind this, would I
Mhm.
know what the antidote is?
Yes.
Okay.
Temporarily, just so we don't have too much time delay, I'm going to use a Endure Elements potion. After I remove the one tube, I'm going to put the other one in. I'm going to literally hold him up and pour it down the second one. This is my thinking, okay? It's not going to stop him from taking damage or whatever, but it's going to stop his body from reacting to this chemical by counteracting its temperature, right? So it should bring the fever down temporarily. It shouldn't do any damage to him, because it says a creature protected by Endure Elements suffers no harm from being in a hot or cold environment. Like when your body were to heat up or cool down, it can exist comfortably in conditions between -50 and 140 degrees Fahrenheit, which is way higher than the 102, 104, 105 he's likely to experience from a poison. So his body won't be doing any internal damage. And then as soon as that one's done, I'm pouring a potion. I'm going to slowly administer it to try to counteract the amount of damage he's taking from the poison while Nate works on a solution.
Okay. What scares you the most, though, is from a medical standpoint, you do know if the high fever continues. We're talking brain damage, heart damage.
But he shouldn't anymore because his body's unaffected by the temperature now. So
okay.
We just need to keep his hit points up.
All right.
He could still have liver damage and things like that, and we'll just have to deal with that as we get to it. But I've got most of the. I would like to think I got most of the poison wasn't absorbed out, so it's not going to be permanent.
That's if it was taken through the mouth and into the stomach.
Right, but
that's not counting if it was put into his bloodstream.
Right, and if it already is, then there's nothing really I can do about that. Other
no,
than
I get it.
Cleansing him, but if let's say he's taking X damage a turn, throwing a potion down his throat every turn might keep his hit points above a certain level.
Holy
the
shit.
Temperature won't kill him, and he should be able to save, right?
Yes.
This will give him more opportunities to save. Okay. D-Walk, can I just get a out of game?
Yeah.
If a person dies when affected by a poison, the poison stops taking effect, correct? If they drop to 0, does the poison continue ticking away at their health? Because their blood stops pumping.
Yeah, from an HP standpoint, from a character standpoint, if they go to 0 in 5th edition, they go to 0. The poison isn't going to fall under massive damage rules to where it does twice their amount of total HP in one turn.
Right, but does it still keep ticking every turn and adding?
No,
because would it make them fail death saves?
Right, that's what I'm asking. Because if it does, we can reset those. I can use my medical kit to put him back at 1, stabilize him. He'll have to do his death saves.
Well, if you bring him back to 1, then the poison's active.
Right, but
because you haven't cured the poison.
Death saves will reset.
Yes, the death saves will reset each time.
Right, so that we're okay. He's not going to die. I have the healing feat that allows me to use the medical kit to put him back at 1 hit point if he goes at any point below 0. So I have 10 healing kits, 10 uses apiece. I can do it 100 times. I doubt this potion lasts that long. But worst case scenario, I can't. And I got some potions too.
No worries.
I'm keeping this motherfucker alive, David, is what I'm saying.
I get it.
I'll go through this fucking rule book like I'm arguing with Rachel. Oh shit, my phone's about to die. I'm at 7%. He's going under.
Oh no. All right.
I got a dice roller on my laptop. D-Walk's trying to kill people right in front of me. Do you see what I mean? He's trying to traumatize the doctor.
Yeah. So, all right. No, he definitely begins up chucking. He's doing his thing. And eventually his body stops kicking the charcoal out. Now he isn't taking any more damage from the high fever itself,
Right.
from the heat of it, but the damage of the heat stopped, but you're not sure if there's any other damages from what's going on
I'm
or
sure
what's
there
in
is,
him.
yeah.
So what is your guys' next step? Nate, you would know the antidote,
Okay.
but you also do know that it takes time. You would need at least brew a certain flour, get 2 hours before.
We could find one. We could maybe get. What's the name of the poison? What's the name of the potion? Of the antidote.
Call the flour the yellow dove.
Within the network, would I know somewhere I could go get some?
You know a few people in Waterdeep that would tangle with this kind of, and that might have it in place.
I'm out the door.
Okay,
All
I'm
right.
gonna keep them up until you get back. Hurry.
All right, just keep bumping them. No, seriously.
Boy, if I had a nickel for every time someone told me that, keep pumping them. I'm like, you got another nickel?
No, but I'm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm out the door, headed to the first place I know, the closest.
I'm working my
All
way towards double whopper money over here.
You know a few in the docks that run trades under the table.
So I got to go all the way down to the south of the city.
Yeah, you deal in forbidden ledgers.
That's where I'm heading.
All right.
Double time.
I'm pumping.
All right. As he's making his way there, Adrian, what are you doing in this whole mess?
Well, I don't really have much in the way of like a medical background, so I guess I'm just sort of like acting as an assistant. So like if Kavir needs more tubes or whatever, I'll go and get them.
All right.
Also, when he's vomiting, he's thrashing around. So if I have to put another potion in him using a tube, I'm going to need another pair of hands to keep him from, thrashing about and breaking my tube.
If I think my armor will let me use something other than my strength.
Do you have electricity at all?
Yeah.
Right on. That might be helpful.
I showed you last time. I showed you this morning when I showed you my armor.
That's why I asked. I was being okay. What I'm saying though is if he goes out and Nate takes a long time to get back, and I run out of all the kits, and I'm running out of potions, maybe you could hit him. Yeah, clear.
Okay.
Aw,
if you need me to do something that requires a strength check, I'm not going to be good at it.
Okay. I got the strength checks on lock. No worries.
Okay. But yeah, I can.
Can I do
lightning?
Can I do the doctor thing? I'm not gonna lose him. I'm gonna hit him in the chest. Stay with me. This is season 5 of ER. We've seen every illness 50 times. At this point, it's a romantic comedy. Stay alive.
Damn it, Jim! I'm a doctor and an asshole.
So, as you guys are fighting, doing what you can, keep pumping him to keep him going. Eventually, Rayne does make it down to an apothecary shop in the docks, run by a tiefling he knows by the name of Quinn.
Oh my God, Dr. Quinn.
Comes in. She looks up.
And
it's
Dr. Quinn, medicine woman.
she runs this shop 24 hours a day. The door's open.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't mean she's always in, and it might normally be your apprentice possibly, but luckily for you, she's in when you come in.
You have to forgive me. I did not write the name down of the
No worries.
Yellow.
Yellow Dove.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're looking for distilled yellow dove.
Who do I find when I come in?
You find Quinn sitting there behind her apothecary set. She seems to be playing with a fire over a glass tube, boiling a certain substance.
I just sort of bust in. Miss Quinn, distilled yellow Miss Quinn, distilled yellow dove. I need it now. I don't need questions.
All right. She reaches down underneath and pulls up a kit, opens it up, hands it to you.
Put it on my tab. I grab it and I run.
I hate to know who he pissed off.
This is the big bird poison with the yellow dove.
So, you get it. Yeah, you go running back.
All right.
Yeah, I mean the whole time, as you're gone, you're pumping potions in, you're tubing. You're able to keep the bodies from not damaging the fever, but it seems like it's still gripping him. Finally, when Rayne gets back, he comes in with the distilled yellow dove.
I need his body to be pumping his heart faster. He's probably under distress right now, so it probably already is pumping pretty quick. But I need to get some adrenaline in this motherfucker. So I'm going to slam his body real hard against the wall. That'll give him the shock brace, which will cause him to release epinephrine. And then I'm going to take that fucking vial that he has. He drinks it, right? It's a drinking thing. I don't have to inject.
No, it's an injection.
It's an injection. Right. So I'm going to
because as Rayne would know, this the original poison was injected.
Mr. Kavir, bend him over.
Okay.
Give me a medicine check for when you slam him against the wall to make sure that you slam him correctly. You don't cause further damage to him.
Crush his liver and
Guidance,
kidneys.
D4, guidance.
Oh God! Don't make me kill the guy trying to save him. I'm not gonna lose you. Oh God! What was I using? Medicine?
Yeah.
16. Oh God!
Is that with the D4 or without the D4?
Oh, not with the D4. Hold on. Shit. 18.
Okay. You're able to slam him correctly, so you don't fracture a rib or anything crazy and pierce a lung you shouldn't have pierced.
That's what she said. You're able to slam him correctly.
All night long. Okay.
I want Rachel to read the thing I sent her earlier. the DS9 lyrics I wrote.
Let's see.
Okay, yeah, after this. Okay.
Rayne, you know that you have to get it into his bloodstream, but not through.
Right here, I'm gonna hold him up and I'm gonna point to where his liver is, because that'll get it in there quicker. Right here.
All right. Well, I just have a vial of poison, correct?
Mm-hmm. You need to prep a needle or something.
I've got syringes.
All right. Well, then go ahead and get me here. I just hand it to Kavir because this is now outside of my. I'm not.
Hold him.
Fine. I'll pin him up against the wall.
Okay.
Hold
I'm
him there.
Gonna do some quick time event. Press X, press triangle, roll, circle. And then I'm tapping A to get back. The circle is now full. Can we say I got back with the syringe?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to
give me another medicine check.
Oh God damn it, Rachel.
I'm not. No, I haven't been able to give you another guidance.
Shit. Okay. Oh damn it. 13 D-War.
13.
You inject his testicles.
I know where his fucking liver is.
You inject the liver in him. You get it. You make it into his liver with injection. You're able to give the dose in there, and he begins to level out.
He's looking okay. He's coming out of it.
His temperature begins to start fading.
I'm clapping my hands and I'm like, yes.
And then his
one more, and
body begins to convulge and starts shaking. He begins to foam at the mouth.
God damn it! I'm gonna take my hand. I'm gonna jam it down his mouth and whip the foam out so it doesn't clog his breathing.
I mean, do I know that that's a normal reaction to this antidote?
No, the antidote should have worked. The only way someone would have done this is if they altered the original strain.
Oops.
Oops.
It was not supposed to do that. Look, I did, that was a best guess estimate on my part as to what was poisoning him. Apparently I wasn't right.
You were right. It was altered.
Okay, I was slightly off.
I'm going to kind of have like a moment where like I kind of panic for a second, and I'm going to walk to the middle of the floor and I'm going to point straight down and be like, "You fucking owe me. This guy lives."
Who are you talking to?
You kind of feel you guys see his chain shoot out of the ground and wrap up around him and hold him for a second.
Well, I step the fuck back when that happens.
And you see a mark begin seared into Kavir's neck, and the chain disappears, and then you see Kresk actually pop awake, breathing again. Spitting the foam out, gasping for air.
I'm going to fucking collect myself and leave the building. I gotta get out of here. All right, take a short walk.
What just happened?
I don't know, but I don't think that's something they teach in medical school.
Thanks for listening to Freelance Heroism Plays Dragon Heist. If you would like to support us, please check out our Patreon. We're at patreon.com/freelance_heroism. We have different things there. Character journals, art, bloopers, stuff like that.
Our cast includes me as Dr. Kavir the Raven, Rachel as Adri the Highborn Artificer, Nate as Rayne Trichet, Dockside Officiant, and of course, D-Walk as Dr. Midnight, and everybody else in the game. Thanks for listening to Freelance Heroism Plays Dragon Heist. And we don't invoice in this group. We'll be back next week with more episodes, so stay tuned.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
You're more than welcome.
This is the folding paper hot dog or hamburger rice.
Great. That'll give me something fun to listen to tomorrow.
Oh, poor Dees. Watch his power come back on
Yeah.
as soon as I'm done editing.
Hey, well, you know what? Again, sucks to be him. That's all I can say.